So I've made this commitment to start making YouTube videos again, and I feel very good about that decision, but I've been kind of struggling the last few days, and even before posting the kind of like I'm coming back announcement, that with trying to figure out what I'm actually gonna be talking about or what video topics I'm gonna be focusing on or exploring, because my intention with having a YouTube channel and with making videos is to talk about my recovery and to try to put out some content that can help or inspire others that may be struggling or that are, on that journey themselves. But my disorder now feels so far away. It's very much, it's kind of faded to the past a little bit. And when I first recovered, for at least a year, my life was so suddenly so different. Once I started eating enough and fully committed to that, I was so, everything was so different. It was like the world just suddenly popped into Technicolor, and when my body came out of that starvation mode and was fully fueled on nutritious plant foods, I genuinely felt like I was living everything for the first time. That all of my experiences in the world were fresh and new, and there were a lot of firsts that felt like I finally understood what being human meant. As just like a really random and like kind of epitomizing example, I remember the first time I went swimming after I recovered, and I just felt like a child. Like it was just, I was experiencing that for the first time. Like it was genuinely like being born again. I felt emotions like I had never felt emotions before, and everything in life was just, I just had such a deep appreciation for it. And the contrast between my life and my experience of life before recovery and my experience of life once I was recovered was so stark. The contrast was so in my face, I mean, it was so different. It was just so incredibly different. I mean, within, a couple weeks of eating enough, it was like my entire world changed. And did my health and my mental state did just this 180 so quickly. So there was such a large contrast at the time. And it wasn't hard to think about topics of conversation on the subject. And now that, world that at the time I was experiencing anew, and that world that was in Technicolor to me for a time, is now just my life. All of that mind-blowing clarity and stability and happiness is now just life. It's just me, and it's just standard. And when I first realized that, there was kind of like I kind of felt a little bit sad almost for a second, because I feel like that period of feeling all of those things for the first time, or feeling so so much gratitude towards the, just life and like living, I'll probably never feel that to that extreme ever again. That was just this like, beautiful time. But at the same time, how amazing and just a whole new mind-blowing experience it is to realize that that I'm at a place now where not only am I recovered and I'm happy, but also that that it's hard for me to remember what it's like to not be this way. That this is so my normal now, that that I have to really kind of try to recall what it's like to be sick. And so I guess the point of me making this video for others is that I'm not only here to tell you that one day you can be recovered and that you can eat and not hate yourself, or that you can take care of yourself and not feel guilty about it, or that you can, or that one day you'll be comfortable in your body and with yourself and value yourself enough to be okay and to be better, but also that one day you'll have to remind yourself that that was ever even not your life. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Okay. Good night.